All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect and 1/3. And Lord, with this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash, and the Wadiyah, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. For putting on my spirit, give me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, the tipping point of prophecy. Okay, so pretty much just want to go into a couple of fun facts, some information, mirror it with the scriptures, as well as what we see going on today, for us to further understand, how we are closer to the end more than when we believe. All right, and actually, let me get that scripture real quick, because we are definitely different times now than we were before. Now, this is Romans 13 and 11. I got to bring this out, and Adon Ratazak keep bringing this out. Romans 13 and 11, it says, and that knowing the time, all right, one important thing, you in this walk, you have to know what time we are in, okay? And if you have been allowed to understand what time we are in and the severity of the times that we are in, it's going to put you in a different mode, a different mindset. Pretty much you're going to have your priorities together, okay? And it says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, okay? And one thing that I noticed in this coined year, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, is that's what we've been seeing is a lot of trouble, but how it plays out is it happens, when you least expect it. Okay. And I want to go into this term, which I pray they don't clip the video. Oh, look at this. Look at that. It's a duck right there. All right. Or a swan. But this word, okay, this kept popping up in my head. So I wanted to touch on this. Is actually a theory. Okay. It's called a black swan theory or a black swan event. And this theory or event or saying is actually found in the scriptures. It says a black swan event, and let's actually just do a theory as well. Let's put theory, just so I can see what pops up. All right, and I'm gonna read it. Just give me a minute. Okay, right there. Okay, see, the black swan theory or theory of black swan events is a metaphor that describes an event that comes as a surprise and has major effect. Okay. And this is what we're at right now. We're at the tipping point of prophecy, meaning we are going to wake up. We are going to get a notification. We are going to hear breaking news. And from that day forward will be the spiraling downfall will ultimately lead to Babylon's destruction. Now, since I said that, I have to get Habakkuk. Okay. We're in the time of these foundational milk precepts. All right. Habakkuk 2. Because what are we all doing right now collectively? Okay, we're all collectively waiting, are we not? Okay, I know I'm waiting. All right, we're all collectively waiting while the rest of the world continues as business as usual, continuing with their vacation, their dreams, their to-do list, their goals, their bucket list. Everyone around you is acting like the world is not ending. And when I mean world, I mean age. There's 3 different worlds in the scriptures, okay? A world as in cosmos or government, world as in eon, age, or world as in oikomene, meaning the literal earth. But we are entering the end of the world or a end of the age. And look at people around you. People around you are acting like everything's okay. But then they get a little stirred up when an event happens. And then when they're not getting any more news from their media, then they just go, everything must be fine. That's what people think. They think because we're not continually hearing about things, everything must be fine. And then boom, something else happens. And then bang, more things start to happen. And then you start seeing this spiraling effect that's going to take place, like a snowball effect. That's what we're entering. We're entering a snowball effect. Have you seen the notifications pertaining to the stock market? All right. Well, do you know the crashing of the stock market caused the Great Depression which I'll go into that real quick, but Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision, all right, or the prophecy, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, all right? So we are all waiting for this appointed time that was declared from the beginning. But people around you are waiting for the call back for a job. Nothing wrong with having a job, but people are drunk in the moment of everyday living, as in I'm just living my life and you know, everything's okay. It's not okay. We are in biblical times. We are in prophetic times, okay? And everybody's going to be affected because everybody is all in, okay? Everybody is all in Babylon, and you have to be. To have a living in Babylon, you have to give into Babylon. So everybody's going to be affected by Babylon's destruction, by the different aspects of prophecy playing out. All right. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Remember, end of the age. At the end it shall speak. You're gonna see, Jacob. You're gonna see prophecy. Okay. These people are gonna see prophecy. See, they walk by the prophets right now, but they're getting ready to experience the prophecies that the prophets have been inspired to tell you. This is why we have a more sure word of prophecy. This is why the through the Holy Spirit getting on other camps for their folliness, for their worldliness, because this is very serious. Okay, it says, though it tarry, wait for it. Are we all not waiting? We are waiting. Okay, I found myself actually refreshing the page. You know, what's next? What's coming next? And remember, since I said that, let me get this real quick, because with waiting, you have to apply what? Patience. So allow in your waiting to examine yourself. Allow in this waiting for you to look to see what you need to fix, what you need to get right. Okay, because we are getting ready to enter a time where the Lord, okay, is going to visit the earth with more than just storms, tempests, and flood. Okay, this is Luke 21 and 19. In your patience possesses ye your soul. So right now we're all going through financial situations. We're all going through ups and downs. We're all going through hardship, but look at how other people are reacting. This is why incontinency has increased, the sexual appetite, the overindulging in drinking, because what these people are doing, they're lashing out because this is how they're reacting to feeling or smelling or seeing the buildup to prophecy. And we're at the tipping point. And once the tipping point passes, that's when it's all downhill. This is the tipping point, meaning the critical point in a situation, process, or system beyond which a significant and often unstoppable effect or change takes place. This is where we're at right now. Okay, we are at the tipping point of prophecy while waiting for prophecy to get fulfilled, in so much that it's going to take a certain event where it's not going to go back to normal. Okay, not normal will be that new normal. Now I want to read this. Black Swan is an event, a high impact event that is difficult to predict. Meaning, what scenario is going to play? Is it going to be Persia? Is it going to be the dollar collapse? Will it be a double F in Babylon? Who are they going to blame it on? Who's going to be involved? Who's going to be pointing fingers at who? Some things are getting ready to take place and happen, and it's not going to be able to change back to normal, because they're going to want normal back. But you are now entering a new norm. And it says it says it difficult to predict under normal circumstances, but that in retrospect appears to have been inevitable. Okay. A black swan event is unexpected, and the unexpected, okay, coming as a thief. Doesn't it say the Lord shall come as a thief? So you could wake up to something. You could, like today, did we not wake up to all this news about global stock market? Okay, and I want to read into this, but I said wake up, right? Zephaniah 3 and 5. Let me get a different translation. Let's just see. This is Zephaniah 3 and 5, NKJV. The Lord is righteous in her midst. The Lord is righteous in the midst. He will not do unrighteousness. Every morning he brings his justice to light. Every morning he brings judgment to light. Okay, so you could go to sleep with bad news and then wake up with good news. This is why you have to be patient. Okay. And I always just like to use the scene in the movie The Mist. If you're not familiar with the movie, it's when that Christian woman, she said that the God of the Hebrews is doing this. But in that movie, as mass judgment was going on, it was the actor that played in The Punisher. Well, he took his son, his girlfriend, she became his woman, and an elderly couple. He ended up offing them because they said they're at a point where there's no hope. We don't know what to do. And then right when he took every single one of them out, including his only son, he went to turn the gun on himself, ran out of bullets. As he's screaming, the military's coming to save them. So you have to understand in this walk that you're going to be brought to certain points where you feel like, all right, there's nothing left. And that's how you got to keep holding on, is right at that moment, because that's how the Lord can work. Right at that moment. Remember, it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So don't falter when flesh feels there's no way out. That's where spirit has to kick in. But unlike the rest of these people, they're going to be losing it. These people don't have the spirit. They don't have Yahweh Shemel Shai. So you're going to see them lashing out more, things happening. Okay. But you could go to bed with bad news and then wake up with great news. See, every morning does he bring justice to light. He never fails, but the unjust knows no shame. Exactly. And the first thing comes to mind is when the Lord sent the flood in Florida. You had 2/3 twerking on half submerged vehicles, because this is their lot in the movie. Okay, you got to look at 2/3 like NPCs for the most part. Leave them alone. Don't go up to them. Don't talk to them. Don't ask them why they're prophesizing falsely. You have to understand this is their role in the movie. You have your own role. Okay, so we are entering a time where everything is going to stop, and that's when wickedness is going to have to deal with the judgment. All these people right now are living, laughing, loving, having fun, days of Noah, eating, drinking, giving into marriage, showcasing their folly, wickedness, and sin. And then just like that, an event will take place and there will be no turning back. Okay? There will be no turning back. It says, and often rationalized with the benefit of hindsight and having been unavoidable. This is unavoidable. That's another title. Prophecy is unavoidable. Okay. An unpredictable event that is beyond what is normal. Okay. So this is the virgin daughter Babylon. No one thinking that Magog would invade Babylon. No one is thinking that Babylon will lose in the third world. No one thinks that anything bad will happen to Babylon, but that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay. And it says an unpredictable event that is beyond what is normally expected of a situation, right? Like you have a fight and everyone expects such and such to win, and then out of nowhere the other opponent wins, and it's like, what? This is shocking. I had no idea. I wasn't expecting that outcome. But we are expecting the unexpected. And it says normally expected of a situation and has potentially severe consequences. Jacob's trouble. And in Jacob's trouble, everyone is going to be in trouble. Okay. So let's see. What else do we got here? I got Zephaniah. Okay. Habakkuk. Did we finish that? Okay. Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision or the prophecy is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak. Then they'll know prophets were among them and shall not lie. Though it tarry, wait. What he's saying, Braveheart? Hold now. Wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Yeah, people are going to be offing themselves. You're going to start seeing a lot of people react to prophecy in a different way. All those cool, calm, collective, people you come by the job, the too cool for school guys, the pretty popular chicks, the so-called basic norms of Babylon. All these people are getting ready to lose. Okay, they think that they're winning. They're getting ready to lose, and what's going to cause that loss is prophecy. We are at the tipping point of that prophecy. They only got so much wickedness left that they can do. They only got so much twerking and partying and adultery. Okay, Babylon only got a couple more red lights, a couple more tickets, a couple more bills to pay. All right, no man knows a time, hour, day, but we're at a point where everything is just going to shift and that normal is going to stop. Okay, I speak as a man, but I'm expecting a double F in Babylon. You just had a situation, remember 911? Okay, that happened in the 2000s. Well, now they're bringing that back up, and the guys that were so-called involved, now they've came to an agreement in court. Like, why are you bringing this up 20-something years later? Things that make you say, and we're just watching. Okay, we're speculating, we're watching, we're looking at the scenarios and how it play out. But at the end of the day, our main focus and what we're expecting to be fulfilled is ultimately prophecy. But there's many scenarios how prophecy can play out. All right, so it says the day of the Lord, 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. This is why this is a body of believers. Okay, a lot of brothers that listen videos are also brothers that teach as well. And then you, in the midst of that, you have the elect lady, the hopeful elect amongst the 1/3, which consists of men, women, and children who are going to be listening and learning and following in the stead of what the Spirit is giving us to understand, to be updated and to be rooted, to be grounded. So they're not tripping out. They're not bugging out while the rest of the world is. So we're actually expecting this. We're expecting this theory. Okay. I could title it that. We're expecting this theory, but we're at the tipping point of this theory. We're at the tipping point of prophecy. So right now, the stock market is gone viral. But I just wanted to show you that when the stock market crashed in 1929, which was through the Tariff Act, if I'm not mistaken, what that also caused was a Great Depression. So this is going to affect people financially, which is going to bring in what? They're going to need a superhero, which is going to be the MOTB, because remember, John saw people buying and selling. But if the stock market crashes and the dollar is dwindling, what's going to keep the economy going? What's going to keep people happy? What's going to keep the consumer consuming? It's going to be the MOTB. So this is all a part of the plan and ploy of ultimately the global elites. But the global elites are working for the Lord on the left-hand side, unbeknownst to themselves, while they're worshiping Satan. So you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth, no matter what. Okay. And also I want to just say this, just because it just came to mind. And I also want to say too, you need to start noting and marking men that are not being moved in the Spirit. Because at the end of the day, we are being inspired to teach, to edify, okay, and to give warnings, Ezekiel 3:17. So now we should start having a more clearer understanding who the Lord is dealing with or who the Lord is using, okay? And we pray on this end to keep being used, to keep being inspired, to keep enduring, to keep teaching, to keep having faith. Because at the end of the day, all this has come from Yahweh Bashem El Shai Bashem Rakakwadash. But in that same breath, you as a believer, you as a learner, you as a listener, you have to mark men that are saying, wait a minute, the Lord ain't using them. The Lord ain't dealing with them. They're not going into this. They're not warning me. Okay. And I would find that offensive. You're not warning me of what I'm seeing that I need to be warned from. So why the hell do I even need to keep following you? If I'm following you, I'm going down the wrong path. It says the stock market crash of 1929 was a factor in the Great Depression, but it didn't cause it, but it was a factor that led into it. Okay. See, I'm going to get it. When they speak peace and safety, then sudden destruction, then you're going to have Kamala cackling. Everything's okay. Remember the movie Don't Look Up? If you don't, go watch it. In the movie Don't Look Up, they're basically telling you everything's fine and don't look up until what? The people had to look up because what they told them don't look up was what above them. Okay? So you're going to have people lying to you, laughing to you all the way until the inevitable plays out. It says the crash began in September. What are we in? August? The crash began in September 1929 and accumulated in Wall Street crash of October 1929. The crash frightened investors and consumers who lost their life savings and feared for their jobs. The grinding shall cease. This led to a decrease in purchase, which is a recession of big ticket items like cars, which hurt businesses like Ford, who responded by slowing production, lay off workers. See that? So this is all going to be a domino effect, okay? This is all, it's going to be a domino effect. People getting laid off because of this, because of that, right? Look. The crash also led to widespread bank failure. So what's going to happen? Bank run. Then people are going to realize the bank that I'm running to, which bank run is a coined term, meaning when people storm it to get their money, they're going to find out, wait a minute, their money's not there because of why? Fractional banking. Now I said too much. All right, so let me not get too much on financial because we're supposed to have freedom of speech, but we don't have freedom of what we can speak upon. So it says, as many investors had borrowed or leveraged heavily to buy stock. So look at this. everyone lost money. So what's going to come in to save everybody so they can all have money? A digitalized dollar. So this is leading towards the prophecy that we read about all the time that John saw. And it was the aspect of buying and selling, economics, e-commerce. Okay. So now that we got that, let's jump back into this. Okay. It says, for yourselves know perfectly. All right. This is why I love, this is one precept I love. I think it's 1 Corinthians 14 and 20. All right. I love this precept. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and what is it, 20 or 21? Let me see. Give me a second. But it goes into we prophesize not that to the we prophesize to the believers. Let me see that. Prophesy to the believers. I thought it was 1 Corinthians 14 and 20. Now I could be wrong. Oh, 22. See, I was right there. 1 Corinthians 14 and 22. I was 2 verses off. Wherefore tongues are for a sign, not to them that believe, but to them that believe not, which we actually witnessed this. Okay. It says, but prophesying serveth not for them that believe not. Right. Like look at case in point that's used just as an example, the Hassad situation. So us prophesizing, it didn't serve for them that believe not. It didn't get nowhere. It just left them more questionings and going nowhere in stagnant water. Garbage. No need. It's unneeded. No, that doesn't mean that. Anytime you guys vocab the MOTB, just followers of Satan. That's it. So it doesn't get nowhere, right? But it says, but prophesizing serveth not for them that believe not, but for them which believe. So we're being moved to prophesize, which is a testimony of Yahushai for the body of believers, for us to stay up to date, for us to be in one mind, one faith, one spirit, one baptism. This is a body. This is a small quote unquote community. All right. Not the community that IUIC is trying to clean up, but the community of believers through the spirit in this truth. Okay. So we are a small sanctuary. Okay. The Lord is our small sanctuary and we are all gathering together, right? Gather yourselves together in this day. This is the real unity. So we're all being edified. We're all getting up-to-date information. All right. It says living water. Got to get with current news, right? 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2, for yourselves know perfectly. Let's just see what the word perfect means. We know it, but I'm just curious. So when you go into the word perfectly, you know exactly, you know accurately, you know diligently, you know accurately. That's why it says we have a sure word of prophecy. Okay. We understand what's going on. Other people don't. This is why when they look out the windows, it's darkened. I don't know. A lot of head scratching, a lot of a lot of I don't knows. You don't get that over here. You don't, because it says, 1 John. We've been given an unction. All right. 1 John was that 2:20, 2:21. Let me see. 1 John 2 and 21. Or excuse me, 1 John 2 and 20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. So we've been given proper understanding to carry and keep us afloat when the enemy shall come in like a flood. Okay. This is why wisdom and knowledge will be our stability, because we understand what's going on. Going back to that scene in the mist, he didn't have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I just gotta show it. The mist. No, that's not the one. The mist. Let me see. The mist end scene. Let me see. Let me just see. I want him. Yeah, there it is. I just want to encapsulate this. Okay, see that? This is vexation of spirit. You see that? He took everybody out, and then look right after who came to help. See that? So you got to understand in this walk, this is how the salvation is going to come when it's least expected, even for us. That's why it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved. So you have to have faith unto death, meaning when you think the next thing from here is going to be death, and then you hold that faith, and then what comes? What? Salvation. Okay. So this is how people are going to be reacting. All right. They're going to lose it. They're going to lose it when in particular events happen. All right. They're going to lose it when they put all their life savings into Babylon. Don't bet on Babylon. All right. Now it says, for yourselves know accurately, perfectly, that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, meaning unexpectedly. Okay. So we're expecting the unexpected. No man knows a time, hour, day, but we're following the signs. For when they shall say peace and safety, and I just keep seeing Kamala's face right here, because that's what she's being used for, okay? What she's also being used for the Queen of Heaven worship, which everybody is showcasing their worshiping to the Queen of Heaven, baking their cakes, the Jake woman, you see it, and the men. But, everything's fine, everything's okay, and then what? Then sudden destruction cometh upon them. See that? So when they start having this peace talk, everything's fine, we're going to be okay, which matter of fact, That was in talk in one of the world wars. It was called the War to End All Wars. See that? World War One. Yep. The World to End All Wars is a term for the First World War, originally idealistic slogan. It is now mainly used sardonically since not only was what? Let me see. Let me just see what it says. See, we're going to do a war to end all war. We're going to bring in peace. Give peace a chance. Oh, that's another thing I saw too. It's called I think it was a cartoon. It's called G-Pack. Give peace a chance. Let me see. What did I see? I saw this somewhere. Yeah, give peace a chance. I don't know where I saw this because we're always watching. We're always looking. So there's always so much out here. But there was a G-Pack. I can't remember if it was a movie, if it was satire, but I definitely saw this somewhere. I think it was like a cartoon or something. Yeah, it was. It was a cartoon. It was Beavis and Butthead. That's what it was. But we watch things. The Lord has opened our eyes and ears, so we pick up on things, even in the midst of folly. But they might throw some slogans around, build back better, 666. You just got to keep watching. All right. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, not us, them. All right. What they call themselves? They, them. Yeah. Well, they, them about to get sudden destruction as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But remember, what we go through is common to man, but the Lord makes a way for us to escape. So we will escape. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. You're not in darkness. You understand what's going on. It says, ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others. These people are sleeping. I'm just curious what this word sleep means. All right, let's go into this real quick. Sleep, to fall asleep, to be dead, metaphorically. Yep. To be indifferent to one's salvation. So they're asleep from salvation. All right. And it says, if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are blinded. Okay. So majority is people. You have to understand you are surrounded by the land of the blind. Okay. The land of the deaf and the blind. This is why it's the valley of the shadow of death. All right. They are surrounded with nothing but death. Okay. And they only react to news when it's spoon fed to them. All right. They don't have the spirit to look and to find and to search and to be aware and to warn, because the Lord has said, I made you a watchman. Okay. So now we're watching and we have to stand on our watch, and then we report what we're seeing. I seen this over there. I seen that over there. And then you report it because it's found in the scripture. So it's kind of like you got to spot what you read. Ezekiel 3:17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman. So we were made to do this, and we pray that we are of the election to be delivered for what we've been made to watch. Look, to give, to bestow, to grant, to permit, to employ. I am my Father's business. See, to employ. Oh, John 9. I gotta grab that. This is one of my favorites too. Look at this one. John 9, 9 and 4 in the NLT. This one is good right here. Watch this, red letter. Let's go right down to the NLT. John 9 and 4. We must quickly carry out the task assigned us by the one who sent us. The night is coming, and that no man can work. See that? So the night is getting ready to befall Esau, and that's his end. And we're waiting on that tipping point, okay? Because we're at the tipping point, all right? So we're waiting for, in particular events, to where you just know. Because at the same breath, can things go back to normal? Can they? Yeah, it's that's how Babylon is working right now. Things can kind of slow down, and then it heats back up. So what we're waiting on is when it heats up and the heat stays on. Okay, so we got that. And then I was holding something else. Let me see, where was I at? Yes, going back to Ezekiel. To entrust, give over, deliver up, yield, produce, requite, report. So we're reporting. We're uttering as we're reporting. We're stretching out. Look over there. Look at that. You see? Publish. Make the video public, bestow, provide, entrusted. See? So we've been given a task. All right. So we can't be slothful in it. Ezekiel 3:17, Son of man, I have made thee, I have entrusted thee, I have employed thee as a watchman unto the house of Yasharallah. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning for me. So we're giving you the word through the scriptures. And this word warning, if I'm not mistaken, it means light, shed light. So we're shedding light on situations. A war. Yep. See, a war is light. So zawar, Zawar, to admonish, warn, teach, shine. All right. So the warning is shining unto you. It's admonishing you. It's teaching you. Okay. While the rest of the world is blinded. All right. Give them warning from me. All right. So we have to do this. So let me go back to Thessalonians. And that's just a lesson, just a quick GMS quick hit. It says, therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. So I'm excited to see issues financially, because that's leading to the MOTB. That's what we want. We see Amalek, we see Persia, we see Magog, we see Babylon. So now we're waiting for a certain event to spice that up. So then we see the crashing, the stock market dwindling, and we're looking for inflation and hyperinflation and dollar dwindling. That's what we want, because that's leading to the MOTB. All right. So it says, ye are all children, 1 Thessalonians 5:5, ye are all children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay. So this is where we're at right now. We're at the tipping point of prophecy. Okay. So we're waiting for in particular events to allow this chain reaction of prophecy to roll out, not only in Babylon, but also throughout the world. You got uprising, uproars of the people. You got prime ministers stepping down, fleeing the country. You got UK fighting Jake and Moabites. You know, things are happening out here. Okay, so let's continue to pray that the Lord Shalak Iwad Mashapayim al Babal Babu Kusha send more judgments upon Babylon and as well throughout the world. Okay, so continue to watch, but watch with a sober mind and a sober eye. All right, so I just want to do a real quick lesson. I pray it was edifying. I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, shalom.